hello, and welcome back to another episode 3 of the Movie Men podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Brady.
And I'm the other host, Peter.
And we are ecstatic to be doing this, to be back.
That's right.
We're doing something a little different this week. We put it out on our Facebook page a couple days ago. That we were going to do a movie review. We gave you 4 options, all located within the Disney Classic category. You spoke with your votes.
Thank you for your input, by the way.
Absolutely. And we just finished watching the 1992 animated classic, Aladdin.
Yeah.
Which... yeah, it's it was. So thank you for voting, everyone who voted. Couple things going into this. We are going to talk spoilers.
Yes.
The assumption is that you have seen this. We're going to talk to you as if you just sat and watched it with us.
And you've had 27 years to watch this movie, and if you haven't, that's on you.
Correct. And so, yeah, if you're worried about spoilers, press pause, go watch Aladdin, and then come back and press play. And if you don't really care about spoilers, then, well, whatever. We won't worry about it. So I'd like to start off by saying something interesting.
Okay.
Something I deliberately didn't tell you prior to now, because I wanted a bit of a response.
You're gonna get it.
This was my first viewing of Aladdin.
What?
Okay, so but I can justify it.
So there goes my first question. I was going to say, do you remember the first time you saw Aladdin?
I do. I remember it quite well.
Wow.
Like it was 15 minutes ago.
Good.
So growing up, we just didn't have it.
Okay.
We just didn't own Aladdin.
Yeah.
We owned a bunch of Disney movies. We had Hercules, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I think we had Bambi. We had a bunch.
Yeah. Just not Aladdin.
And actually, we had a lot of live action Disney movies. So we had like George to the Jungle, George of the Jungle.
Yeah. Brandon Fraser.
Stuff like that. So we had a lot of live action.
Flubber.
We had Flubber, stuff like that. But yeah, so just didn't have it as a kid.
Okay.
And then by the time I was an adult and had a disposable income, could spend my own money,
make your own choices,
watch the movies I wanted to watch.
Right.
I was like 16 at that point. It wasn't the movie that if I was going to sit and watch a Disney animated movie, it was probably going to be one of the Disney animated movies that I had grown up on, right? I was chasing after that nostalgic thing. And so, yeah, so this was my first viewing. Now, I know of the movie.
Of course.
I'd seen most of the songs. Whether it had been on YouTube or growing up, we had a Disney sing-along thing, VHS.
Oh, sure.
So it was basically 4 or 5. There's probably 5 or 6 songs from movies. I think When You Wish Upon a Star was on there. Prince Ali, the parade song was on there.
Oh, yeah.
Just Can't Wait to Be King was on there from The Lion King. So I knew that track very well.
Sure.
Everybody knows A Whole New World. But hadn't sat down and seen it.
Right.
Had maybe seen clips of Robin Williams' performance. Incredible.
Yes.
Performance.
Yes.
But no. Now, but I did understand the world too. So there was a Disney Channel show
about
the TV series about, and I think it pretty much, the idea of the show was that it picks up where this one left off.
Right.
That now the genie is freed.
Yeah.
And so it's no longer a
subservient server or like a servant.
Yeah, it's no longer Genie granting
right.
Aladdin wishes
Yep.
per se, and more just Genie using his powers to help Aladdin out
Yeah.
on a day-to-day basis.
Sure.
So, but yeah, so that is my
Wow.
items of housekeeping that I had to do. That's the dirty laundry that I had to air.
If only he had that much of a poker face when we played poker. I had no idea.
Yeah, the last time when I won. So I'm glad. I was kind of looking forward to there were two movies on the list that I hadn't seen.
Right.
One was Pocahontas,
Which
I've
we
never
need to
seen.
do.
And this was the other one.
Okay.
So yeah, so I was pretty excited that this one got picked.
What stood out to you?
Well, I mean Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Robin
honestly.
Williams. I think what's really interesting about Aladdin is that it is the only Disney animated movie with a notable cast.
So Disney animated. Well, not necessarily. I see. You're right. There's a lot of notable people like Gilbert Godfrey. And
Gilbert Gottfried's
obviously,
in
we
it.
just said Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. Jim Cummings is in it.
Pocahontas had some star.
Oh.
It had Christian Bale, Mel Gibson.
Right. Mel Gibson plays John Smith.
Correct.
Okay.
I'd have to do a quick search for.
Okay.
more,
No. So that's right.
There are
Mulan
some.
has Eddie Murphy. Okay. I'm
Correct.
completely out to lunch here.
A little bit, but it is star-studded. Aladdin has a lot of.
It's a big,
yeah.
which so is maybe more of a because Pocahontas came out in 91.
Yeah.
And Mulan
1995. Yeah.
And Mulan actually didn't come out until like 98.
Yeah, 97, 98.
It's
yeah.
a later,
Yeah.
But they're all part of that that era of Disney. So the music stood out to me as well.
Yes. For sure.
So in the late 80s, early 90s, I don't know the exact date, but Disney hired a composer named Alan Menken. And Alan Menken is the genius behind such songs as, most of the music in this movie.
Okay.
Most of the music in The Little Mermaid.
Wow. Yeah, that's one too. Yeah.
Most of the music in what's the other one? Most of the music in Pocahontas. Right. So like that 90s
musical
golden era.
Yeah, of Disney.
Right. You've got the Silver Age.
Right.
Of Disney.
Yeah.
Which I would say is Sleeping Beauty. Bambi.
Yep.
Snow White.
Yep.
Dumbo.
Yeah. Where does Peter Pan fall in? Does that fall
Probably
in?
Peter Pan, because Peter Pan I think came out in like the 60s or something. It's an old one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But then you've got this in the late 80s and then through the 90s.
Yep.
There's kind of a resurgence of the Disney film.
Right.
And really,
yeah,
some of the last hand-drawn animation movies to hit the big screen.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, right? Aladdin was released in 92.
Okay.
So that would be one of the last few. Pocahontas is right on that fringe. We were thinking about Toy Story is probably the first.
I think, so Toy Story, which I think came out in 97?
95.
95.
Sorry, I've got a list in front of me.
Okay, so it came out in 95, and it is the first 100% computer-generated film.
So I'm just backtracking a bit of Disney specifically. So Aladdin came out in 92, Lion King in 94, Pocahontas in 95. So those might be the last mainstream Disney hand.
Right. Now, I'm kind of wondering, so another one that I haven't seen is The Princess and the Frog, which was sort of the last Disney princess movie they did.
Okay.
But I don't know... It seemed to have, like any of the trailers I saw, it seemed to have the appearance of hand-drawn animation.
Right.
But it's entirely possible that wasn't.
Right.
And that it was just done,
Yeah.
So interestingly, on that note, this is a bit of a bunny trail.
Sure.
We haven't really talked about Aladdin yet.
No, we should.
But the new Mary Poppins movie,
Right, I did not see it.
which I haven't seen yet either.
Okay.
But there is it sounds like much like the original, there is a sequence where
Sure.
they kind of merge real life with animation.
Right. Oh, cool.
So what's
That's
really
interesting.
interesting, a fun bit of movie knowledge is Disney had to bring in retired
Oh, no way.
hand-drawn animators
No way.
to train
Oh, wow.
the new guy to train the young, because
That
none
makes
of them
sense.
knew how to do it.
That makes sense.
None of them knew how to they got
Right.
the basics,
Yeah.
right? You can do
Sure.
like a flip book and a cartoon
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah.
But none of them had ever made a movie
Oh.
that was hand-drawn animation.
Interesting. Oh,
Everything
cool.
was computer animated now,
Right.
and it was important to Disney
Right.
that even though they could totally do the new Mary Poppins movie
Right.
with, like, you could do a computer animated one and you could make it look like hand-drawn animation.
Right. There's a difference.
They wanted to keep, I think there was something about keeping the spirit of the originals.
Interesting.
But yeah, they had to bring in.
Hey, you know how we chased you guys out of town?
Yes.
Yeah, we actually need you.
Yeah,
So
turns out,
yeah,
you guys were the guys.
yeah, it turns out we're nothing without you. So please
But,
come back.
yeah, so let's talk about Aladdin.
Okay. Yeah.
Music's incredible.
The music. So yeah, there's several different things I wrote down while we watched it,
Okay.
and I have seen it more than you, as I just found out.
How many times, like, would you say this is one you had on the shelf growing up?
So I had it on the shelf growing up, and I've seen it live, like in a musical production in Chicago, and it was fantastic.
Okay.
Not just it's probably top 5 Disney for sure.
Right.
Yeah, the music is fantastic. So that was in my notes.
Well, when we do our videos, where we start ranking,
Oh,
we come up with our lists of films. That'll be,
this will be on there, I'm sure. Robin Williams, obviously, we hit on that. I know that's not a story-based note, but just, dang, so many times I went back. I literally wrote his name, circled it, put a little sad face next to it.
probably.
Instead of making
did you really?
I did, because there were so many times I'm like, that scene
You
was
totally did.
that scene was magic, and I'm like, I'm not going to do it justice making a note on it. I'm just going to, like, Robin Williams was awesome in that movie.
Sure. Probably something I will say. Probably the funniest animated Disney movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's
They all have elements of humor.
yeah. I don't know. I guess it's the kind of the gold standard of, like, here's a movie that can appeal to your child and appeals to the adults, and then we're kind of that niche group that like watched it as a child and it was funny, didn't get all the references to beheadings or slit throats
Or
and
hookahs
or
stuff
hookahs.
like that.
But then as we grow, like, we appreciate it more, understand more references, more like storylines, parts with it. And now we're in that transition where we just appreciate all aspects of it.
Right, which is similar. It's something the Shrek films do really
I was
well.
just gonna say, it was like Shrek. Shrek was the first one, as I was kind of like quasi-adult. Like, I was old enough to appreciate some adult jokes, young enough to appreciate the juvenile
still,
parts.
if you go back and watch it now,
it's
there's
still
so many layers that you had no idea what they were referencing.
Yeah. So and to me, Aladdin was definitely in the same category for sure.
That's incredible.
Yeah. The Dead Sea Tupperware, like, this is gold.
There's so many great moments and jokes in this movie.
Yeah. And also, just now, I just want to use the term street rat. Like, just everyone, I want to be like, yes, street rat.
I'll refer to you as a street rat.
No, you can't use it on me. That's not how it works.
Oh. Okay. Good villain.
Yeah.
Really menacing. Jafar is menacing.
Yeah.
Although there's this really strange moment.
Come from Near or Jafar. Sorry,
there's this strange moment in the movie where he's gotten the lamp, right? So we're in the third act of the film.
Sure.
Jafar's gotten the lamp,
Yep.
and he is screwing up everything for everybody.
Right.
But there's this crazy moment where Jafar reveals to Jasmine who Aladdin really is, and that he's been lying to her this whole time.
Right.
And it's bizarre because although he's the villain, and although everything's crumbling down at his hand. I'm sitting there watching it going, what he's doing isn't evil. Like he's,
Right.
like
He's
some of,
ruining a lot
some of the other stuff, like overthrowing the Sultan.
I do find it's interesting because he hits a lot of different check marks off on like a Disney villain. So in some ways he's comical, like the farcical, like, oh, like how the heck can you not tell he's like manipulating you? He looks just so evil.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It hits you across the face. But there's still some like menacing realities to him. And I also just draw like there's some historical comparisons. Like to me, he has Rasputin written all over his face. Like there's just him manipulating the king or the Sultan in this case. And just, I don't know. There's some realities based in his character that I feel like it's a nice balance of farcical, but also like he's a villain.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm intimidated by him, especially when he becomes a sorcerer. Heck.
Yeah. Which is genius.
Yeah,
It was the smartest wish he could have made.
That was the smartest wish.
He said, make me a warlock.
Yeah.
Make me a powerful warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is essentially
like a
asking
bag
for
full
more,
of wishes. Like
more wishes.
essentially, yeah. Like you don't really need a genie at that point.
Yeah. But
yeah. So yeah, the villain was good. The music was good. The story itself is good.
the story's good, and it's got several morals.
Right.
Two of which I felt like resolved really well. And one of which I felt like I thought was going to be immoral and thought was going to be a nice, strong point of storytelling, and then they kind of really didn't do anything with it. So one of the main obvious ones in the film that they do resolve is obviously the notion that Jasmine is not a prize to be won.
Right.
She is a human. She's
being.
a woman.
Sure.
And she shouldn't be told who she's going to marry.
Of course not.
Which, again, culturally at the time was how it was done.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
But yeah, that she wants to marry for love. She doesn't want to marry because the law says she needs to get married.
And arguably, like, this is something she probably should have brought up more earlier than 3 days before the deadline.
3 days before she's
I mean, like, she probably shouldn't have sat on that, but it's all valid. It's valid.
Well, yeah. But I mean, her father also kind of left things until 3 days before. Like, there didn't seem to be a lot of planning in this. Okay, dear, you've got 3 days to get married. We got to find a guy, and we got to get you hitched.
Yeah. We can't use online dating because historical reasons.
So there was that one. Then there is the moral of selflessness.
Okay. Yep.
Which ultimately gets resolved when Aladdin frees the genie at the end of the film.
Yes. Yep.
Instead of making the final wish a wish for himself, which he discovers, like, there's a moment in the film where Jafar's gotten the lamp and Aladdin says to Abu, I should have freed the genie when I had the chance.
Right.
My greed in the moment has affected me negatively in the long run.
Yep.
But the one that I was like, at the start of the film, Aladdin's singing about wanting fame, wanting riches, wanting riches and money, because once he has those things, life will be worry free.
Right. That's the lifestyle that he wants.
Yeah. And I don't feel like so I was kind of expecting there to be a point that they hit home about it's money's not all that.
Yeah, that doesn't.
It's not all that wonderful. It doesn't bring you happiness. Now they do hit on relationships, like dating out of your class per se, right? So there's this whole thing about it would be frowned upon for the princess to end up with
a street rat.
Yes. But she says, that's ridiculous. And the Sultan kind of agrees at the end. He's like, you've proved yourself.
And I mean, at that point, they're like hours from the deadline, so he doesn't have much wiggle room. So
Right.
he's got to work with what he's got.
They're running out of time.
Yeah, like it's either that or she's a spinster.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. But no, so good morals. But I was kind of hoping they would. I was kind of hoping they would drive home the whole.
Does Aladdin have like any? I guess do you are you disappointed in Aladdin's choice of never coming clean with the queen or the princess? And just never actually telling her like, hey, I'm actually Aladdin. I'm not being straight with you. I'm not telling you the truth. Like
moment where she when they're sitting on the balcony.
Yeah.
And she discovers that he is the guy from
the market. Oh yeah.
And he's got an opportunity to come clean there.
So perfect.
And
he blew it.
Carpet is even like,
yeah.
Is that we're just calling him Carpet?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Carpet's like, hey, come on, go for it. Yeah. Tell her the truth. Here's your chance.
Yeah.
And he covers it up with another lie.
Yeah.
I am a prince. Yeah. I just sometimes dress in peasant clothing so that I can go to. And in that moment, you truly, like, at least I'm sitting there going, you scuzzball. Like, you stupid idiot. Like, you had this moment to come clean. Everybody lies from time to time. Yeah. And even at the end of the film, she says, I get it. I get why you lied.
Yeah. Which I'm happy, because I honestly relate with him 100%. Like, I would have probably 9 times out of 10 I would have done the same thing. Well, maybe that makes me a lying scumbag.
You're married way out of your league, so it serves you well.
So I have first-hand experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had you not lied.
She does think I'm a prince of a small European country.
Right. One that you can't go back to.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. I abdicated.
Which is convenient.
I abdicated.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. What else do I have in my notes here?
I do like, because so the things, musical numbers, the comedic elements. So there's the slapstick and just adult-oriented humor. The magical, fantastic elements, and even just like the basic human relationships between the princess and Aladdin. It's basically just two individuals that are mirrors of each other. Like, they're both feeling trapped in their realities for opposite reasons.
Right.
But it's just a simple relationship, and usually their social hierarchy would kind of prohibit that from occurring, but it doesn't in that case. So I think it's just really easy to kind of get drawn into it, even though it's just a Disney cartoon.
I really enjoy your essay answers.
Thanks. That's part 1 of 3. I just came up with that off the top of my head. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed. So I noticed a lot of similarities in. In the voices in the movie. Who is the guard? The main officer that keeps chasing. Anyway, so he's voiced by Jim Cummings.
Okay.
Who voiced Pete, Pete, the enemy of Mickey Mouse.
Oh.
And so he's got that voice. He uses the same voice. But Jim Cummings has done all sorts of stuff. Like, sure. Jim Cummings did Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland, which is basically the same voice. The Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland is basically a lispier or Winnie the Pooh. Like, they've got very similar voices.
Right.
The guy that voiced Apu also voiced the Cave of Wonders, which is great because they're like polar opposites.
That's awesome.
He's done a bunch of stuff. Like, he's voiced Scooby-Doo. Like, all of the Scooby-Doo animated renditions that you've seen for probably the last 20 years, spin-offs and everything. It's all been this guy.
Wow.
And I was kind of thinking, like, so initially I looked him up while we were watching the movie because I was like, Apu sounds an awful lot like Donald the Duck.
And
like, there's moments, and not once.
Oh,
not once has he ever played Donald the Duck.
Oh, wow.
Which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
He's been in like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. He's been in things that have Donald the Duck in them.
Sure, yeah.
But he's never played. But also, the other thing I wanted to look up was to see if he'd ever voiced any characters in Inspector Gadget.
Oh, like the original, yeah.
And he hasn't.
Okay.
But I couldn't get over how similar the Cave of Wonders sounded to Dr. Claw from the original, because it's literally the same, like, the diamond in the rough.
Yes.
Is the same voice as
identical.
I'll get you next time,
Inspector
Gadget. Like, it was the exact same thing.
That's true. There is such a connection with
but
that.
he's not. It's not the same guy. So
really?
that was a little disappointing. I thought I'd found kind of a fun Easter egg there.
Came across that. Yeah.
But no, start to finish, I'm trying to think. Was there anything I didn't like?
On a joking farcical comment, the one thing I didn't like, a continuity error. One thing I was a little bothered by. So the scene on the patio where Prince Ali is interacting with the princess.
How do you say the last name? Prince Ali?
Mighty as he, Ali Ababa.
Okay.
I have to sing it to remember it.
Okay.
So anyway, point is, he jumps off the balcony and she's like, no, no, no. And he lands on the carpet, this magic flying carpet.
Yeah.
And literally her response, like, she's like, what is that? And he's like, it's my magic carpet. Her response literally is, it's lovely. Like, in a monotone voice, it's lovely.
It's lovely.
Like, hey, Brady, that sweater you're wearing, it's lovely.
It is.
Just a run-of-the-mill magic carpet. So she's so easily accepting of this. No question, zero question, no hesitation. But literally when they're on their magic carpet ride in Egypt, the sculptor on the Sphinx takes a look at them. He strokes out and, like, clips off the nose off the Sphinx because it's such a weird anomaly to see this flying carpet. Yeah. But she, like, I just thought it was weird that she was so accepting of this carpet.
She also didn't seem, like, prior to discovering that there's a magic carpet, it seemingly he just stepped off of a, like, 50-story balcony.
Yeah.
And she seems a little startled.
Yeah, it's like,
she doesn't seem like, no, please don't
jump
kill
to your
yourself.
death. It's like, hey, no, don't grab the last pickle.
Yeah.
Like that level of just, yeah.
Wow, if the last pickle's on the line.
Okay, don't grab the second last pickle.
Get a little more worked up than that. Is there anything I didn't like? I don't know. All of the musical numbers seemed really strong.
Yeah.
Robin Williams is incredible.
That's why I literally, kept going back to him. I'm like, this scene was just made by Robin Williams.
So we were talking during the movie.
Yes. Yeah.
That they had originally written a script, and they got Robin Williams in the recording booth.
Yeah.
Robin Williams, of course, who is famous for just these chaotic unleashing whatever pops into his mind, rapid fire, just joking,
and it's
voices and character, like he just jumps from character to character to character. And so they got him in the booth, and they quickly realized you can't script Robin Williams. There's no. Which a lot of other movies haven't. A lot of the movies and TV shows that Robin had been in were allowed him that freedom, but it's a little different when you're, like, recording a voice for an animated character is sort of a different process. But no, so they ended up just kind of letting him do his thing, and then they animated not just his mouth, but like the things that Genie would make appear, and the costumes and the shapes that Genie would change into. All of that was animated and determined based on what Robin had done. And I think I read somewhere that he had recorded hours. Okay. There was hours and hours and hours of stuff, some of which I imagine was not Disney friendly.
Yeah.
But no, that's like he truly was, and it seems weird to say was, but he truly was incredible at what he did. And it's hard to imagine anyone else in that role.
Well, we're gonna see it. Well, some people have seen it.
Yeah, some people have seen. So Will Smith is, which people are saying he's really good.
Yeah. Okay.
I have heard some early reviews talk about that he definitely does his own thing. Like
Okay.
it's not just a Robin Williams impression that he's doing.
Good.
But that there are a couple of moments in the film, whether it's something that Will Smith says or something that Will Smith does, that are clear nods to Robin. Clear, like...
Kind of tastefully.
Yeah, just super tastefully is what I've heard.
Good.
Very tastefully nodding towards what Robin accomplished and the genius that he was.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
What can I jump back to one more thing that I
yeah.
liked? And I mean, like, it is a children's movie, so it's not that it was a mind-blowing event, but it was just it was a little refreshing when just Aladdin outwit Jafar, just so basically
He turns him into
coaxed
a
him into turning him into a genie, and it's just a little refreshing, just because some Disney movies just kind of rely on kind of a slapstick, violent kind of like conflict between the protagonist and the antagonist, and it's just kind of like laying each other out or just like blowing crap up, and it was just kind of refreshing. Like, it was not kind of brawn or violence, it was just like literally kind of a bit of an outwitting play, long Kong kind of thing.
Absolutely. So we're at 37 minutes, so
Wow.
what have you watched this week, Pete?
Well, Brady, at your advice, I was contractually obligated to watch the movie The Jerk from 1976,
and
starring Steve Martin.
Yeah.
To summarize it, wow, what the heck did I just watch?
In a positive way.
Not even a little bit.
Wow. You didn't like it?
It was painful. It took me so long to finish this. Like, I could not sit and watch the whole thing. I like did it in shifts. Like, here's 20 minutes, here's 20 minutes, here's 20 minutes. Like, let me record where I am in this movie.
Did you laugh once?
So I'm not on trial here, but I will answer your question. Yes, I laughed a couple times.
Right. Like out loud, audibly.
Correct. But I'll get to that in a second. I'm not so sure if it was just the skill of the creative team, like making something that was well done, or if my brain was just getting so numb that I was just I just was vulnerable to anything. So I'm trying to develop a bit of an evaluative process for when I watch a movie to kind of just get a gauge on like, was this movie good, bad, ugly?
Sure.
And it literally got 10% or less. Like, enjoyment didn't score well.
Out of 100.
Plot didn't score well. Character development didn't score well. Soundtrack, no. Visuals,
you got like
no.
a spreadsheet over there?
Rewatchability, no. How uncomfortable the viewing was, and the length was appropriate. I don't think it was appropriate. It should have been 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It could have been summarized in a YouTube video.
Savage. Oh, savage.
Yeah, it was just very simple, juvenile. It made like Dumb and Dumber seem like highbrow kind of like PBS. Like,
oh, come off it.
Yes, I'm dead serious.
All right.
It was this isn't bad, but it was just really punny and like a lot of like playing on like language, like, and like idiomatic expressions, like hold your tongue. I was like, well, I'm going to hold my tongue now. And it was just like, okay, I've had enough of this. I did laugh 3 to 4 times though. So I have to admit.
3 to 4. All right.
I am curious how it got 83% on the tomato meter. Like, just
is this critics or audience?
I think 85 audience, 83 critics.
Okay.
But it could be it could be backwards. But
sure.
Anyway, yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why is it called The Jerk?
I have no idea. I think he's a jerk just because he's ignorant.
Okay.
Because he's not an a-hole.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Right?
No.
He's a nice guy.
Very innocent. He's a more annoying Forrest Gump. Like, Forrest Gump does everything right, and he's like just a genuine human being.
Right.
This guy is too. He's just annoying.
He's just annoying, and he's a lot less fortunate. Like he ends up in
some
worse
dire
scenarios.
Yeah, for sure. He doesn't have luck on his side.
So as a result, he comes off as a jerk.
Also, can I just bounce back? Steve Martin now is 73. So at the time of this movie, he was about 33.
Yeah, he looks the same.
He looks the exact... Is he a vampire?
He
he looks the exact same. His eyebrows maybe are a little bit lighter now. That's the only difference.
Yeah. He's getting some wrinkles.
Maybe.
But
Hardly.
he's in the last 5 years, he's shown his first signs of aging in like 30 years.
No kidding.
Yeah,
like, way to rock a
he's
look.
incredible.
And just own it. Like,
Did you watch anything else this week?
I did. Did you watch anything that I suggested?
I did. So I watched the first episode of True Detective.
Okay. Of like the third season.
Of the first season.
Okay, so that is the best season.
Yeah, I started from the beginning.
With Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to continue it
fine.
now.
Cool.
Just because I've got Game of Thrones on the go.
Season 1's pretty dark.
And I've got like 7 other TV series that I'm planning on starting.
Good man.
Oh, we will talk about that next time. It's crazy. What I'm planning on embarking on.
Wow.
It's all part of there's like a plan and what order to watch it all.
Good for you.
Nuts. But
wow.
So I watched that.
Okay.
What else did you watch?
Okay, so I rewatched something.
Okay.
2014's Christopher Nolan movie Interstellar. You've seen it?
Perfect. I love that movie.
So
that movie messed me up.
Yes. Yeah.
The specifically the scene when he gets back to the ship.
Yes.
And he's watching the messages.
Yeah. Oh.
And I'm like,
yes.
Yes. As a parent,
I wasn't even a parent when I
up.
saw this.
Yeah.
Like 3 years ago. It was like,
it's tough.
So yeah, I watched it because I remember the hype around it in 2014.
Yeah.
It wasn't at the same level as Avatar, but it was pretty close. Like just for the visuals, and
Sure.
it was IMAX, and the sci-fi the content was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I was just curious if it held up, and I think it did over time. And watching it again,
it's really spectacular.
Yeah.
And I remember at the time, like halfway through the film, Matt Damon shows up.
Yes,
and he wasn't in any marketing. He wasn't. Nobody knew.
Like that was such a surprise.
Yeah, it was really, really, really good.
So yeah, if you're out there, you haven't seen it, pretty much in the future.
Oh yeah,
the Earth
it's
is
long.
dust. It's long. So
It's
that's
like
one of my
3 hours long.
And it's a little too long. I don't mind long movies, but in this case, it was a little long.
It's a little long.
But it's in the future. Earth is a dust bowl.
Yes.
There's not enough food. Humans are basically
Kind
at
of
the
a
point.
what if film.
Yeah. Humans are basically at the point they're going to have to travel to another world to colonize, and either the plan is a mass exodus, take everyone that's on Earth.
But they take a lot like string theory and quantum. Like
Yes.
this movie basically, it's a science fiction movie.
Yes.
That delves into a lot of crazy science, a lot of theoretical science.
So they had one of their executive producers was actually an astrophysicist.
Oh wow!
So they Christopher Nolan got his stuff straight from the horse's mouth.
Sure.
So obviously it's a fictional piece of work, so it's not the gospel as far as what's accepted science, but it is based, like the narrative is based on at least some baseline of accepted scientific thinking and understanding. As far as like you reference like space-time theories, relativity, gravity, etc.
Right. If you want some interesting reading, look up. There's a story around how the film was scored. So Hans Zimmer scores the film.
Well, that is one of the things I'm getting. Oh,
and Hans Zimmer. But hang on.
Okay.
Hans Zimmer. Christopher Nolan got Hans Zimmer to score the film.
Yeah.
With false details. Like he didn't tell Hans Zimmer that it was a space movie. It was a story about a father and son with sort of an estranged relationship. And then he scored it, and then he let him watch it. And then Hans Zimmer was like, okay, let me tweak it a little bit. But yeah, so he basically took, which is why the soundtrack has got such heart to it.
Right.
Because it's a soundtrack to a movie about relationships.
Right.
Not about space.
Right.
And so he took the soundtrack about relationships and gave it a little tweak to have a space, big, grand, epic feel to it.
That's cool.
It's super cool.
So yeah, it is one of those situations where science is maybe a bit greater than fiction.
Yeah.
Just because of what it's based on. And it was cool just because on a macro universal level, there's all these massive theories being kind of extrapolated.
Yeah.
But then it brings it down to like a personal micro level of like you said, parent-child relationships.
Yeah.
The line where Matthew McConaughey is like, we're all right. we're here to just make memories for our kids.
All right,
The protagonist views, like just that scene where he views like all those messages from his father or daughter and
his
son,
daughter and stuff,
and you just
and they're
watch
getting
him
old.
the whole night, the whole time, just break down.
Yeah.
And then that scene at the end
when he watches his daughter die.
Yeah, it's almost Back to the Future-ish of interacting with your parent.
Oh yeah.
At different aspects of your life, so being older than your parent or at a different time frame. But this was a little more emotional.
And how weird for the kid to see your dad return after 80 years.
What an emotionally charged scene.
80 years you haven't seen your dad, and he's back, and he looks the same.
He's like 33 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So I'll watch that this week.
So I'm not done.
Oh my gosh.
All
right, sorry. Whoop.
One thing I think is cool. So there's the different literary conflicts like human versus human, etc.
Yeah.
I thought this was cool because it's kind of blends a few things like human versus nature, like the earth is breaking down.
Yeah.
Human versus I don't know what, because you're like playing with all these scientific laws. So I guess it's human versus time, but maybe it's versus space-time or scientific principle.
Physics.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But then there's also human versus human at some points. So it's just like a blend of all these different.
There's lots of conflict.
Yeah. And the visuals were amazing.
Oh yeah,
the visuals are amazing.
Stunning.
Like you just like panoramic views of Saturn. You see the sun in the distance, and then this little microscopic dot of the spaceship just in the corner, just to like a piano melody just playing in the background. And again, some things like it wasn't the best movie I've ever seen. So especially of Christopher Nolan's,
right?
I felt it was a little clunky and forced at times. Like there were some scenes, especially early on, that it was more just like background expositional instead of like actually advancing the story. So it was like, of his movies, it was a little more clunky.
John Lithgow's in it too, isn't he?
Who was that? There's a lot of.
I think he plays Matthew McConaughey's father.
Yes, from Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah, he's in that.
He is.
He's in
freaking
Topher
Grace is in it. There's a lot of.
Topher Grace.
Yeah, he plays like the.
Right.
There's a lot of people.
Michael Caine is in it.
Yeah. Oh, well, he's in like every Christopher Nolan.
He's in all
movie.
the Christopher Nolan movies.
Yeah, and the runtime was. Oh, and one thing I have to say, this bothered me. So for those who haven't seen it, I guess it's a bit of a spoiler, but Matthew McConaughey is kind of recruited, I guess you'd say, by NASA.
Yeah.
And they're trying to say, okay, we have to run this mission. We got to save Earth. Here's what we got to do. Instead of like having a vigorous like we got to find the best candidate, or let's like sit down and like rank who all we've got. Yeah. Literally, Michael Caine turns to Matthew McConaughey and says, and I quote, "You're the best pilot we've ever had." That was their merit for choosing their candidate. I thought that was, for Christopher Nolan, I thought that was a little unoriginal.
Oh, okay.
Like, if this was 1980, that line fits perfectly. Like, if this is Top Gun, like, "Hey, Spark, you're our best pilot. You're our only hope." But 2014, Interstellar, about, like, intergalactic science transcending principles.
I can't say as I noticed it.
Okay, I literally wrote it down because it bothered me.
No.
And the only
when
other
I watch
thing,
it, I'll keep an eye out.
The runtime was a little long.
It's long.
But,
yeah.
And I don't mind long movies. Like, I will sit down and watch a long movie. Just for what was there, I felt like they could have trimmed the fat. Sorry, that is all that I have to say.
I'll keep mine super short.
Sorry, Brady, I monopolized.
It was like 10 minutes, man.
Man.
It's like 10 minutes. Our podcast is too long now
movie.
because of Interstellar.
Sure, okay.
The movie that's too long. Man. The other movie I watched this week was Victor Frankenstein with James McAvoy and Daniel Radcliffe.
Yes! Interesting.
Incredible film.
Okay.
Very interesting twist on a classic story.
Yes.
But does a really great job of humanizing characters that are like one of the main characters in the movie is Igor, Frankenstein's assistant, and you kind of get a bit of Igor's origin story, and you get to sort of, it does a really good job of humanizing the situation. Excuse me, and just giving purpose to everything that's being done in this. That that in the past, because it's a classic story, you don't ever question, well, why did that happen? Or, well, why did But they tell you, they answer the questions you haven't asked, and you're glad that they've done it. Yeah,
right.
So yeah, that's it.
Sorry, that was your first viewing of it.
No,
Okay,
I'd seen
okay.
it one other time.
Cool.
But yeah, it's so good. It's a really good movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just about does it for us.
Okay. What are you having me view this week?
Victor Frankenstein.
Okay.
Yeah, you should watch Victor
Make a note of
Frankenstein. Because it's a nice, decent lengthed film that isn't going to eat up an entire evening for you, Pete. Darn it. All right. You got anyone to...
Yeah. I'm going to give a shout out to Kevin Pennington.
Kevin.
I know his vote would have been more for The Lion King, so this is less about the podcast he deserves.
We'll do
but
another
the podcast he needs right now.
Yeah, we'll do if like I jump down into the comments.
Right.
Like always, you can send us an email at the moviemenpodcast at gmail.com. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
I don't know, ways that we can improve this, ways we can make it worse.
Yeah. And thank you for your support that you've given us so far.
Oh,
we
yeah.
really appreciate it.
Yeah. Click, comment, like, share.
On when we post this episode, feel free to comment what your 3 wishes or one of your 3 wishes would be if you had access to the genie.
Right. But
keep it clean.
You have to follow the rules.
And keep it clean.
You can't kill anyone. You can't wish for more wishes. And
you can't make someone fall in love. And you can't raise someone from the dead.
Right.
The Lazarus effect is what we call it. Back in.
Yeah. Okay, well, until next time.
Yeah. Thank you for listening.
I bid you adieu.
Thank you.